Hello everyone, Jainendra side. I hope you are all doing good today. Today we are going to discuss about the short color problem on LeetCode. This is a medium level problem which states that we are given an array nums having the value 0, 1's and 2's, and we need to sort them in the ascending order. Means 0 on the starting position and 1's on the mid positions and 2's and the last positions in the array. So the input is like in this manner, and we have to print the output in this manner. So I hope you understand what we are going to do today. So our approach to solve this problem is a 3-pointer approach, and I hope you know what the 3-pointer approach is. If you don't know, then we will discuss. Okay, so I hope you understand what the problem is. The problem is we have to sort the array in ascending order. So to solve this, we first initialize the three pointers: the start pointer, the mid pointer and the end pointer, where the start pointer indicates the starting index of the array, the mid index indicates the mid part of the array, and the end pointer indicates the end part of the array. Okay, so initially we initialize the start and mid from on the 0th index, and the end at the last index of the array. So here, and we iterate the array with the while loop with the condition mid is less than or equals to end. As we are iterating the array in this manner, like first we check the index of mid, that is mid index of the array, that is 2 for the initial case. Here three conditions arise. On a mid position on the array, we got either 0, either 1 or either 2. In the first case, if we got the mid index as 0, so we can easily skip that index, because if we got the 0 element on the mid index, or you can say the at the initial index, so we can easily imagine that it is on the correct position of the array. Otherwise, if we got the mid index as a 1, so also we can skip. But if we got the initial step at the 2, so we have to swap the mid index with the end index. Okay, because our intuition is to place the element 2 at the last position of the array. Okay, so here the first case arises where the at the index of mid we got the value 2. So here we have to swap the mid index to the last index of the array. So after swapping, we easily got the array nums like 0, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2. So here we got to know that the element 2 is fixed, or we can say the element 2 now come to its exact position where it can stand. Okay, so we can easily say that the last index of the array is fixed, last array is correct now. So we can easily say that the end index of the array should be now n minus 2, or we can easily do this in this way, n minus minus. I hope you know what this indicate. Okay, yeah. The second case arises like now our last index is n minus 2, and the start is 0, and mid is still 0. So now we check whether the initial mid index is 0, 1 or 2. So now we are getting the mid index as 0. So while we are getting the mid index as 0, so we can initially swap this with the start index, which is also the same as the mid index. So we have to do nothing, we just have to swap the mid index of the num array with the start index of the num array, and you can easily see that the num's mid value is now 0, and num's start value is also 0. Okay, so we can easily change the values. There is nothing gonna change, but we have to imagine, like if mid is 0, so we have to swap this with the starting index of the array. Now what we will get in return the array with the values 0, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2. And now what we have to do, we just have to do the mid plus plus, like the now starting index is on its fixed position, and the mid index also on the same position. So we have to move the mid part and also move the start part. Okay, so now the start is at the first index and mid also is at the first index, and now the starting index, that is 0, and the end ending index, that is n minus 1, are the two position that is fixed, that is correct on the basis of what the output we will get at the end. Okay, now the index mid index and the starting index also same, so we are not going to do any changes on them. You can easily understand, you can easily see that while we are doing the operation on the second index, we will get the same result as we get in the case 2, so we will skip. Okay, so after case 3 we can write here, after case 3 the starting index will become 2 and the end, and the mid index will become 2. Okay, so the starting index become 2, the mid index become 2, and the end index is still n minus 2. That is, we can easily say that 0 1 2 3 4 5, the mid index is 4. Okay, we can say at that time the end index is at 5. So here we subtracted the end index, so now we are having the end index as 4. Okay, so on the case 4, what we are getting, like on case 4, now the starting index is at 2, the mid index is at 2, and the end index is at 4. Start and mid index standing on this position, and end index is standing on this position. So now what we have to do, we just have to check what is the value of array of mid, means the mid index of the num array. So mid index of the num array is 2. So what we have to do, whenever we will get the value 2, we just swap that value with the end index of the array. Okay, so at this position what we have to do, we just have to swap the nums value of mid with the nums value of end. Okay, where nums value of mid is 2 and nums value of end is 1. Okay, after implementing that case, what we will get the num array as okay, tell me what we will get. We will get like 0 comma 0 comma 1, as the 2 element is swapped with the 1 element, so 1 will come on the position of the 2 element and 2 will go to the position of the first element, 1 element. Okay, so what we will get, 0 0 1, then again 1, then again 2, then again 2. Okay, so this is what we will get. Now we can easily say that the second n minus 2, that is the fourth index of the array, is also stand in the correct position. Okay, so we can easily subtract the end index by 1, where end will become now 3, end now become as 3. Okay, so as usually at that case we are getting the shorted array, but we have to traverse the whole array. So after swapping the second index, what we have to do, the end index become 3 and the mid index is still at the second index. So we have to check the while condition, that is still mid is less than equals to the end index, and now we have to check whether what is the value of mid. Now the value of mid is 1, so whenever we are getting the value of mid is 1, so what we have to do, we just have to skip that index. So we just have to do nothing, we can skip that index, that value, because whenever we are getting 1 on the mid index, we can easily say that it is the correct position of 1. So after skipping that array, what is the index of mid? The index of mid become 3. Okay, now the index of mid is also 3 and the index of end is also 3. So as the condition of while loop is mid is less than or equal to high, so we have to check that index also, whether the index of mid is 0 1 or 2. Now we are getting the index of mid as 1, so we can easily say that the 1 index is on the correct position, so we have to skip that index also. Now the mid become 4, and we know that the end index was 3, so here the condition of while become false, as the mid is no more greater than or equals to end. Okay, so here our while loop breaks and come on the outer loop, and we just have to return the nums. Now the nums is in its shorted form, that is 0 comma 0 comma 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2. That's it, that's what we want as output. Okay, so now we are going to solve this question on LeetCode. So the question is very simple. I hope you understand the intuition behind this question. So first we have to initialize the 3 pointers, that is the start pointer with the 0 index of the array, array num, and the mid pointer as on the starting index of the num array, and the end pointer. End pointer was at the last index of the array, so the number of elements of the array is not given, so we can easily find it using the num.size function, and num.size minus 1. So this will give us the last index of the array num. Okay, so now we have to execute the condition like mid is less than or equals to end, and inside the while loop we have to check 3 conditions, whether the nums of mid equals to 1, okay, or we can say that nums of mid is equals to 2, sorry 0. If it is 0, what we have to do, we just have to swap the value of nums of mid with the nums of start. That's it. And what we have to do, we just have to do the increment of mid by 1 and the start index by 1. That's it. That's okay. Okay, now we have to check the another condition, that is else if. What if the nums of mid is 1? Okay, whenever the nums of mid is 1, what we have to do, we just have to skip that index, because whenever the mid index is 1, we can easily know that that index is at the correct position. So what we have to do, we just have to update the mid value. Okay, otherwise if either it is 1, either it is 0, either it is 1, or it will 2, okay, the value of the index of array. Okay, so that in else part, the which condition will come, that condition that if the mid value is 2. Okay, if the mid value is 2, then we easily can say that the num value of mid is swapped with nums value of end. Okay, and when it is done, we can easily say that the end index is become correct. Okay, and we can say that the end index minus minus. And as the return type of a function is void, so we don't have to return anything in this function. Otherwise we can easily return the nums array, which will return the num in a sorted order. So here the function is void, so we don't need to return anything in this function. I hope the code will run without any error. Yeah, so we will get the correct output on this question. So I hope you enjoy the video and you can understand what I try to discuss in this video. So if you like the video, then please do subscribe my channel and do like this video. Thank you.